Hey everybody, Cranky Stacker. I hope you had a marvelous Christmas. Um, I got a few things I want to talk about in this video here tonight. Uh, by the way, my neighbor got me this. It's my favorite neighbor, Robin. She knows me well, huh? But anyway, this doesn't apply. By the way, this is not bitching; it's a rant. But all seriousness, I'm personally, I'm really glad Christmas is over. This was probably the worst Christmas in like forever. Uh, not just because I'm a cranky one, but let's see where to start. Beginning of Christmas Eve was Sunday. Friday night, I went to bed and woke up about midway through the night, and my face was swollen up like a poison pup. Just absolutely excruciating pain. So Friday and Saturday, Christmas Eve, Sunday, Christmas Day, I was in absolute horrible pain. And you know, I'm all about trying to get over this this virus that I've had, this whatever it was, respiratory thing that I had going on. I'm still like week 3 or something like that on this. But anyway, I have an abscessed tooth, and I could not. It was horrible. Y'all know what an abscess, some of you do, feels like, and some of you don't. And I hope you never experience it, because it was absolutely brutal, unrelenting. And so anyway, I'm going to tie a few things together here, so bear with me and hear me out. I had some leftover antibiotics because I figured there was something going on there. So I had some leftover antibiotics from a dental thing back in August, and I started taking those on Saturday, and Sunday it was down just a little bit, but the pain was still there. And Monday, still the same thing. Tuesday I called, and the dental office was still closed. And the insurance benefits office was closed. So I come to find out I don't have anything that's going to cover that anyway, but I've got to have this thing pulled. And I can't even get in for that. Consultation's $105 just to walk in and talk to him about yanking a tooth out. And I was ready to do the castaway thing with this with an ice skate and a rock, and still pretty much feel that way right now. But I do have the antibiotics going, and I've got an appointment for January 2nd to get in. And the reason I'm telling y'all this is, go back and watch my video. If you haven't already watched it, go back and watch it. The one about stacking the right stuff, first aid kits, medications, all that sort of thing. In that video, I mentioned the fact that things being what they are right now, everybody needs to, you got to get your house in order. And that's very true. And I know you're supposed to take your medications all the way to the end, but it's a really good thing that I had not taken all of those antibiotics, because with that 4-day stretch there of no help available, short of going to the emergency room, I would have been in a world of hurt. But I did have it, and that's what I was talking about in my video is making sure if you've got dental issues, get them done, get them handled. If you've got vision issues, get it handled while you can, because you never know what's going to happen. And it's a good idea not to have to worry about that sort of thing in an SHTF or grid down or, regional weather closures or whatever. It's just a good idea to have all that stuff handled. Prepare yourself for anything. Stack the right stuff, So I was when I did get in to see my doctor, I've seen him a long, long time. And I was talking to him about that medication that I had left over, and he gave me a refill on it and told me to continue to take it because that's the one I needed. But he was telling me about a patient of his, because I said, I worry about my friend Jim, who's if he didn't have his seizure medicines, he'll die. I mean, his brain's fading on him anyway, but that could be a very, very, very bad situation. And my doctor was telling me about a patient of his who has an intestinal condition that is sometimes fatal, but there's a medication that this patient has to have, and it is a medication that is currently off the market. And he was concerned about this patient because he can't really, there's nothing really he can do. And it's not necessarily it's not that the medication isn't available or being made. It's that the fact that they can't get it, they took it off the market, they can't get it because it comes prepackaged in a little packet that you have to tear open and put it dissolved in water and drink it that way. They can't even get the packaging material. That's supply chain, and that's a serious issue for this person. So it doesn't matter really what the reason is. There are going to be things and times that what we need is not available. So if you can prepare yourself in any way ahead of time, do so, please, because it's brutal. I can feel every pulse of my heart even right now, and I can't get this thing taken care of until 1st of January. But the point of that was that this is a vital medication for this person, and it's off the market because of supply chain issues. That's pretty serious shit in that family. So, handle your business. Get your ducks in a row. I thought I was all squared away, and I still was not. So it was kind of a surprise and good learning situation for me. My son came home from Denver for Christmas and started heading out to. He's always kind of thought I was a little bit on the outside there as far as being prepared and having a get home bag in my vehicle in the wintertime and that type of thing, and with emergency blankets and water and calories and stuff like that. But he and his uncle made it to. It's about a 10-hour drive, 8-hour. Between 8 and 10 hours from Omaha to Denver, but they got 2.5 hours away from Denver in the vehicle and driving home, and I-70, I-80, and I-34 were all closed in western Nebraska and eastern Colorado. So they got to a little town called Yuma, Colorado, and the hotel in town there happened to have one room left. They got the last room in the hotel in that town for the night. And it suddenly, I think, was kind of a good lesson for my son as well. Suddenly being prepared and having those type of emergency situation things can make a difference in basically in weather like that. In a situation, it could be life or death. So he got a good gentle nudging lesson from the Lord on that one. and I'm thankful that he made it home finally. But it was something. It was something pretty rough. So anyway, I've been getting up, like 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't. My face is hurting. My jaw's hurting. I've been having trouble sleeping, and I was up this morning about 1 or 2 o'clock. Nickel Stacking had a live stream going, and he was talking about that very same thing about the healthcare system, and how it's a joke, and particularly for the veterans. Miss Lori's got TRICARE through the military, and they can't even get the same doctor most of the time. It's an absolute shit show when you try and get something on base, or you try and see a doctor. There's so much that has to be done. It's just virtually impossible, or as difficult as they can possibly make everything. So they were talking about that on the stream, and I kind of wish Tiger Stacker had been there, because as I understand, he's a doctor, and he could probably tell you some stories as well about the healthcare system. But somebody raised the question, about the value of the healthcare system. It's been messed up since they initiated O-Care, it's getting worse. It's 1/5. The medical industry, healthcare industry, is 1/5 of the budget of the United States GDP or budget economy, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's 1/5. That's a pretty large part of the U.S. economy that's just totally jacked now. And so hopefully somebody will do a video on some things regarding that. I know Nickel would be interested. I'd be interested in hearing stories about it. Probably one of the finest nurses that we've ever met. Lost her job because she wouldn't bend the knee to the arm boost, and so they lost her job. She lost her job. It's an absolute. It's like our military. It's in a shambles, and we got nobody to thank but the career politicians, Republicans and Democrats alike, in this country. It's a ridiculous state to be in, and there's got to be some change coming. Got to be some change coming. I was very encouraged to see how the new Speaker of the House is how he starts his mornings every morning in the chapel at the rotunda, and there may be hope. It's not our timing, but God's timing, and there's a reason for everything. And I honestly believe that change is coming one way or another, and that's the first positive thing that I've seen on a video in a very long time as far as that type of scenario goes. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. My son did make it home safely. I am gonna survive, albeit uncomfortably, until January. So get your ducks in a row, get your house in order. You may or may not have power tomorrow. We don't know. And this time of year, in particular in Nebraska, it can be pretty brutal. Coldest I've worked in was 50 below. And I have frostbite permanently in my hands because of that. So just be careful out there. Take care of yourselves. I'm glad Christmas is over. I don't ever want to have another Christmas like this one. And I will say that I absolutely had a ball on Stack Collector's Christmas program. he did a live stream, and it was a ball. We had an absolute blast. They gave away a bunch of things and played some blackjack, and I beat the house, by the way. And the interaction with the community here has just been incredible. What a fine bunch of folks this community is, and I really, really wish the best for everybody in the year coming up. I'm liking the numbers on platinum right now. Gold just a few minutes ago was right at $2,100. So pay attention. I think it's a good time. I may change my strategy again and start back to buying silver as I can. I've got a lot of expensive stuff coming up here in the healthcare business, but I've even taken to picking up 1 or 2 rounds here and there, just as I can. And it's nice. I did tell everybody that this is going to be the next installment for Grandma, Cranky Grandma's little mini stack she's got going. She's going to get an Aussie Roo next, and I'm concerned about people. I want everybody to be safe, be prepared, and don't mess around with Mother Nature, because she can sure get you. But I've gone on for 16 minutes. That's the longest I've talked without taking a nap for the last week. So anyway, maybe we'll be turning a corner here pretty soon, but I try and glean something out of every morning in the quiet time in the morning early. And I'm encouraged by what I saw with the House Speaker. Maybe we can get some changes done with the healthcare. But I honestly believe in the live stream today. It just kind of made me realize that every one of us needs to get involved in local politics, because that's where it starts, and that's where the evil ones who would alter the state of this country forever in a bad way, that's where they're working right now, on the kids and on the government at local levels. So get out and do your part, volunteer, do something, and pray, because a lot of times in over the years I've come to understand that sometimes that's the last thing we think to do, and it should be one of the very first things that we think to do. So y'all take care. I'll be back to health sometime soon here, and we'll get on down the road with the 500 subscriber giveaway. Still haven't given that entirely a thought through process. I may reach out to some people and see if they've got some ideas, but take a look at that row of coins for one thing. Tell me if there's you see a discrepancy somewhere in there. Okay? Anyway, be prepared. And thank you, God. Christmas is over for this year. This is the cranky one, and I am definitely cranky, and I'm out. There we go. Man, my face hurts. Aren't you guys glad? Oh, guys glad you can't see it? You gotta see it from this side. I'm out.